When it comes to professional wrestling companies, you automatically know who is synonymous with each company. For example, ECW, it would be Rob Van Dam. With WWE, it would be John Cena. Before John Cena, it was Hulk Hogan. TNA Wrestling, it's AJ Styles. And when you think about AEW, at first it was Darby Allin, and bad booking ruined it, and now it's really MJF. I definitely want to talk about Darby Allin. He is a trooper for AEW, but unfortunately he does suffer from bad booking. Last year, he was in the Four Pillars match, talking about how the AEW championship meant a lot to him, and then after that he was going after the TNT championship and talking about how that meant a lot to him. And then also he's been palling around with Sting a little too long, and Sting's going to retire next month, so I want to make a booking plan for Darby Allin. One day he becomes the first Grand Slam of AEW, and he's booked so well that honestly it's not just MJF, it's also Darby Allin who will be synonymous with AEW. Sting and Darby Allin continue with their challenge to Ricky Starks and Big Cass. They actually had the match and they actually beat them for the AEW tag team titles. And then it's announced at the pay-per-view it's going to be the Young Bucks and Sting and Darby Allin. And what will happen is Big Bill and Cass will come down. They will say, you know what, how come the Young Bucks are challenging you guys for the titles? You know, they've not had any matches this year. And then Tony Khan comes down and then he declares that there are 3 rules in AEW. First of all, if you want a championship match, it should go by the rankings. It should also go by what's best for business. So that means Tony Khan will book a match for a championship if he knows that's going to make money. For example, if CM Punk came back to the company, you know, he would probably book, you know, him for the world title just because that would make money. And then also, it's definitely the champion's choice. He really thinks what's best for business is the Young Bucks versus Sting and Darby Allin. And then he also tells Big Bill and Ricky Starks that, you know what, guys, you guys have done a lot of great things, but what I want to do at Revolution is have you guys go after the ROH titles. Ricky Starks and Big Bill are okay with that for the reason that they want to be belt collectors. They want to capture belts from even the ROH division, just to add more stuff to their resume. And then Ricky Starks also tells, you know, Darby Allin, you know, one day, you know, I'm going to come back for you. So that sets up Ricky Starks versus Darby Allin for the future. Right before Revolution, I will do Sting and Darby Allin, Ricky Starks and Big Bill versus the Young Bucks and the Undisputed Kingdom. Ricky Starks get the pinfall on Sting because I do think that that would actually be good. You can't kind of do something like always have him kind of job really. And then at the pay-per-view, I will actually have Sting and Darby Allin beat the Young Bucks. The Undisputed Kingdom beat Ricky Starks and Big Bill because I really want to establish the Undisputed Kingdom as a dominant tag team. And I also don't want any interference because I don't want to see an aces and eights type of thing or Vince Russo type of thing. Wardlow versus Samoa Joe. I really want to have that match because I do think that obviously most people wouldn't want to see that because you don't want it to overshadow Sting versus the Young Bucks. Adam Page and Swerve Strickland actually tie with their rankings, and then they actually have like who's going to get that extra point, and then that's going to decide who's going to face Samoa Joe at Double or Nothing. I want to have a Texas Bull Rope match because obviously they both have really great bloody hardcore matches. And then also what I want to do is that since it's a Sting retirement pay-per-view and they're in Jim Crockett's promotions, I do want to have them do a tribute to either Sting or Dusty Rhodes and other Jim Crockett promotion wrestlers. So I think that that would be, you know, best for business. Sting and Darby Allin both come down to the ring, and Sting says he's retiring, he's vacating the title, and then he actually said that he wants someone to come down to the ring, and it turns out to be Hangman Adam Page. And then Adam Page is like, you know what, Darby, I definitely want to represent the tag team titles with you. You know, we both have a lot of potential. We both know how to kick ass and take names. Sting puts him over in a big way, and he and Darby both hug, and they actually hold up the tag team titles. Swerve Strickland actually comes down to the ring, and he actually shakes hands with Adam Page, and also they both hug, and then Adam Page gets on the microphone and says, you know what, Swerve, give Samoa Joe hell. Over the next couple of weeks, you'll see Adam Page and Darby Allin have a bunch of matches and actually win and prove themselves as tag team champions. And then I'll also have the Undisputed Kingdom actually come out and have matches, and even though they're ROH champions, they definitely want to gain a bunch of wins so they actually can do something where they're actually holding both the ROH titles and the AEW tag team titles. Double or Nothing, there's a casino battle royale, and there are a couple of competitors that I want to see in that. I want to see Darby Allin in it. I also want to see Adam Page in it, Wardlow, Rush, Bryan Danielson, and Luchasaurus. Bryan Danielson, he's planning to retire, so definitely I want to put momentum on him where, you know what, his last match will be at Wembley Stadium. Definitely it would be kind of cool if he says, you know what, I definitely want to cash in. I definitely want to have my championship shot at Wembley Stadium with whoever the champion is, and he does talk about that. Luchasaurus, because I do want Luchasaurus to actually win the Casino Battle Royale. And definitely Darby Allin and Adam Page both want to be in it because they're workhorses. So I want to kind of also establish in AEW that really the theme of the baby faces are people who want to do it all. They're hard workers, they're ambitious, they're risk takers, and they have no problem being like duo champions and other things like that. What happens at Double or Nothing is you're going to have Samoa Joe versus Swerve Strickland, and then also you're going to have the Undisputed Kingdom versus Darby Allin and Adam Page. And then what happens is that Luchasaurus is about to win, and he actually gets beaten down by a bunch of masked men, and then Wardlow actually wins that. And then also in the Casino Battle Royale, Darby Allin is like the first entrant, and then the last entrant is actually Adam Page. And you see footage backstage of Adam Page being beaten down, and the camera gets close to his face, all beaten and bloody. He says, like, no, Darby, don't worry about me. Get that damn AEW championship. What happens is that you see Darby Allin and Luchasaurus both on a ladder, and then what happens is that 4 people come down in masks, and what happens is that they beat both of them down, really. So this is good because Darby Allin gets an ass whooping. He's off to climb Mount Everest. And then what happens is that Luchasaurus is about to win, and he comes close to winning, and then he gets beaten down. The winner of that's going to be Wardlow. So in the main event, you're going to have Samoa Joe versus Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland wins, and then as he was holding up the AEW championship, what happens is that Samoa Joe puts him in a rear naked chokehold, and a bunch of people come out all in masks, and they all beat down Swerve Strickland, and then Wardlow comes out. And then what happens is that Wardlow catches in his chip, and then he actually beats Swerve Strickland and becomes the AEW champion. And then you see all those masked men and Adam Cole and anybody in the Undisputed Kingdom that's been revealed. And then one of the people who are wearing the mask, he takes the mask off, and it's actually Jungle Boy. And then when that happens, you hear a bunch of roaring, you see a bunch of fire, everything goes red, and Luchasaurus is coming out, and he's looking like, you know what, I am the most furious motherfucker that ever lived.